I'm sorry, did you say we're going live?
YouTube, and unmute, mute us. All right, we're ready.
I will be right back. I'm going to switch computers.
Okay. I'm sorry, Adam, you said we're live on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, parents. Sorry, we're having a couple of technical difficulties. So we're still waiting for a couple of people to get signed on to the meeting. Of course, you can join us at meet.google.com /B as in Bravo, V as in Victor, R as in Romeo, dash N as in Nancy, W as in Whiskey, W as in Whiskey, N as in Nancy, dash N as in Nancy, A as in Alpha, J as in, what's J?
Juliet.
Juliet, thank you. If you want to come in, and sorry, I have to do that for work all the time, so I went into normal mode. My apologies. Let's see. Oh, Katie, the email you sent me was blank.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's just my computer's not reading it, but it's showing it completely blank.
Okay.
If you could just work on that later on, that would be, if you can't do it now, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I don't mean to have it done right away.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I was just it was just the treasurer's report, so.
Yes, and I like to go through it too, or at least know what's going on. I'm gonna give everybody just till about 6:35, which will be about 30 seconds or so. If not, we'll go ahead and start the meeting because I know everybody's got a lot of things going on tonight.
Treasurer's report is quick this time. We had about $3,500 worth of deposits. And I have checks ready to hand out to people. There's my part.
I know, I'm like, oh, maybe we should go ahead and just start the meeting and we'll start with treasurer's report. Would you be okay with that, Katie? Since you just did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what were our deposits?
They were all of the catalog merchandise stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, the spring fundraiser sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those were only the fundraising stuff was the stuff on this month's bank statement.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because the stuff from this weekend won't be shown until next month.
right. For it's still on our budget as cookie dough and it's the fall cookie dough fundraiser, but I figured it was the best spot for it. We made a total deposit of $3,401.19. And then, yeah. So that was all the merchandise stuff. And then I think we had one Square deposit come through for like 20 something bucks, which I'm assuming somebody got like a t-shirt or a hoodie or something.
Not with the Square, only Connect to Kinder and Saturday's event. Other than that, Connect to Kinder was our first time using the Square, unless someone purchased online, but I didn't get an email.
No. 2328 came through on the Square on 5/18. Or was that the date I input it? Oh, hold on.
5/18's today.
Yeah, so that's not right. That's the date that it was entered, not the day that it came through. Oh, you know what? Connect to Kinder. Probably somebody must have bought like a hoodie or something.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah, Katie, remember you were at Connect to Kinder and you sold a sweatshirt or 2 shirts or something? You were there with me.
Yeah. I remember being there and I remember working the table, but
and when I showed up, I don't think anyone had purchased because I was trying to walk around. Thank you, Amanda. That was kind of going insane in my mind.
All good.
Yep. All right.
Okay. And then do we have any new reimbursements or is it just the old reimbursement checks?
Oh, it's only old stuff right now. I didn't get anything on Saturday that was new. I know that Miss Kruger has one outstanding, and I know that you guys probably have some outstanding stuff. So we will get that.
Yeah. Did you ever get Mrs. Reed? I know she had emailed me a while ago.
Yeah, I've got 2 for her.
Okay. And yeah, nothing was turned into the box. Because I even checked like on Wednesday and on Saturday before everything opened to make sure. Just so we can email teachers, what do we want the last day for teachers to turn in any reimbursement or school staff for to get paid for before the summer, before we break?
Whatever day somebody can get to the school before our last meeting. Which I don't know when that is. Off the top of my
Well,
head.
it's supposed to be the second Tuesday is when the board normally meets. We can move it to the third Tuesday, which is the 15th. That's the second to last day of school because the school is out on Wednesday, the 16th, based on the school calendar I have, but I'm always behind. Is that correct?
Correct. The last day of school is the 16th of June.
So, I mean, we can do a meeting for the last day to turn in would be, we could say the 14th. That way someone can pick it up on the 15th for a meeting and we can get it back to the school on the 16th before they leave.
Right.
Would that sound okay or?
Well,
don't know that I would wait quite that long in case somebody's not in the building the last day of school.
right.
I think I would move it up a week at least.
To like June 7th, and then we meet on the 8th, and then that's the last full week of school. Is that better or?
Yeah, that works.
I have to take the girls to school on June 7th and 8th, so I can check, make the last day of the 7th, and I can check the box again on the 8th just in case, if you want. And then
Okay.
when we meet that night, I can bring them.
Yeah.
I have to go
if
anyway.
someone
So.
in, like, they can still get.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the teachers get paid prior to the summer, because I know it's always the problem was we have teachers that leave and then we don't get addresses and they don't check emails. So then we have checks sitting around in someone's house for a couple of months. Okay. Okay. Then is there anything else for treasurer's report, Katie? Okay. Angela, I tried to take some notes for you to get on the treasurer's report.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to get food on the table for everyone else.
Yeah, mine's sitting on the stove, and I told my son, go get it. He went to his room to
mine
play.
aren't quite that big yet, so it's easier to just do it for them.
Oh, I'd love to see Coraline get her own soup.
Yeah, well, she'd wear more of it than eat it.
Okay. So Angela, so we literally started the meeting. We went ahead and started doing treasurer's report. Since Kate didn't have too much, instead of pushing it to the end, because I thought there would be a lot. But did we have meeting minutes that we need to approve?
Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. We do. Well, I'll have to send them out email. I don't have them.
Okay.
I can't send them to you right this minute.
No problem. Okay. And then Mrs. Sewell is not available. I haven't heard from her, but I know she has a lot of things going on right now. So we'll skip the principal's report. Is there anything in YouTube chat that we need to address before we go on? Can someone check that really quickly? Adam says no. Okay.
Nothing right now.
Okay. I just wanted to double check. So with Amanda's help, thank you, Amanda. I wanted to personally thank Andrea, Colin, Ann, Asa, Adam, Kendra, Mackenzie, Crystal, Miss N, Mrs. Breyer, Miss Coleman, Miss Kruger, Mr. Ing, Jessica, Mary Jo, Megan, Amanda, Katie, Richard, for helping out on Saturday. And then we also had Stephanie, Lily, Gail, and Angela helping out on Wednesday. Because of all of that, we had some great days with all the extra volunteers and extra hands helping out. It was awesome having people there and being around. With our big full Saturday was a huge success simply because we had the volunteers available to help. So thank you everyone who helped on that on Saturday or Wednesday, even if it was for an hour or if it was both days, all day long. Because I know there was a couple of you that were there all day long on Saturday and Wednesday. And then just being there all day Saturday. Oh, I came home and I slept until about 10:30 on Sunday morning. So I hope other people got some sleep too. We'll kind of review the events more in detail. But I wanted to check with Angela on Red Bubble. I think I finally got it down, not Babble. How's that going? I haven't had a chance to even look at it.
Okay, so I've logged in from other computers, not logged into the school account, and it's tricky, but I managed to find everything. So I don't know why it's being difficult or why things don't show up. Like it seems like if you just clicked on our profile that you should be able to go towards our items that are available. But I was able to find, like, we have stickers and magnets, and I don't know why it's not showing more than that, because on the seller side of things, it says it's there.
Okay,
so I was thinking, like, I need to tour around with it some more and then have my husband maybe on at the same time checking it from his side, just so that we can try to get it more fine-tuned so it shows up better. And part of the problem is probably me with the tags. I could probably improve my tagging game, because you have to put in, like, depending on how you tag an item, will make it show up better in searches. And so if I knew how to tag things better, I think I'd get more traffic that way.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about on tagging. That is a totally above me. I'm assuming it's like tagging, like Facebook tagging, but I have no idea.
Yeah. So if I just put if I tie the right keywords to the item, then it should make it easier for those items to come forward if they're searched for.
But I'm just wondering, again, maybe I'm just being not a smart person, we'll say, but if I search North Gresham PTC, shouldn't all of our stuff come up, or do I have to search per
That's
item?
what I thought. No, it should be like if you just search for North Gresham PTC. I don't know why it's not coming up more, because in the seller account, when I log in, it shows that everything is there.
Okay.
So it might be an aspect of Redbubble that I don't fully understand. And I've been reading through forums around on the internet trying to figure out, like, how to make it more accessible and how to make more things show up. Just so that it's easier for anyone from the school that is looking for it to find it.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad it's not just me, because sometimes it is just me and everybody else can see it, but not me.
No, I'm struggling to figure out why.
Okay. Well, then I don't think we need to have approval to officially launch if we're still having some technical issues. I wonder if we have some parents in the school that might know a little bit about it that could maybe help us, so we can try to get more merchandise out to the family if they want, different stuff than what we offer.
I'll ask Doug about it too. My husband's been working on, like, a page for his own branding. So I'll ask him, like, what's going on with that, to see if there's any tips or something I can get from outside.
Hey, calm
down. Okay. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and table that, not to approve it.
No. Are you gonna say hi since you broke into the room?
She has a secret code. Her brothers don't.
Daddy managed to get the door unlocked and let her in.
Yeah, she gets Daddy to let her in.
Huh? Because you're smiling. If your brothers tried that nonsense, they would be sent to bed.
Alrighty. So let's go ahead and go to the next topic.
Where's your food?
Over review of the book fair with Richard and Amanda.
Hi. All right. We grossed, as far as cash and checks, cash and cards, we made $4,332.84.
Woohoo!
With Scholastic dollars that we used, it came out to about 5,112. So the 43.32, half of that is 21.66, and half of that is 10.83. I mean, $1,083. So that's what we would get in cash is $1,083 is the most we can get. And then $1,083 in Scholastic.
Okay, so we got the 50% profit, and that
Yes.
50% is divided by 25% cash and 25% Scholastic dollars.
Yes.
So just so I'm understanding, we can get $1,080 in cash and Scholastic dollars.
$1,083 in cash.
Okay.
That's 25% of the total sales. And 25% of the sales of Scholastic dollars is the same as $1,083.
Okay.
Basically, you split what we made in half, and then you split that in half, and a quarter goes to Scholastic, and the cash goes to cash.
Okay. And they used our previous Scholastic dollars during the book fair.
Now, if from what I gather, if we took all Scholastic dollars, it would double. So your 2006, it would be 2,066 in Scholastic dollars.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess it's kind of changed a little bit because we used to be able to, there used to be there used to be a thing to where you can take less Scholastic dollars and more money. Like I did that one year and only took like $600 Scholastic dollars and took out almost $2,000. But they kind of changed it a little bit around to where you can't really do that. You just get the 25%.
Yeah. Remember we talked about that at the last meeting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So that's where we're at. I mean, and I'll be doing the bookwork here probably next week after the machines get turned in and they get all the information off of that, and that's all figured out, and then I'll do the actual bookwork on it.
What day are they picking up the cases, Richard? Do we know?
Friday the 21st.
Okay.
And then I'll know I don't think we went over $1,000. That Katie, do you remember how much we deposited total in cash from the thing? I don't have that.
From in the fall?
No, from the book fair.
I gave the 3 deposits to Heather. It might have been over $1,000 in cash.
Oh, this one? Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cash was $755.55 on one of these, and the other one had a total of $261. So
did that
just about $1,000 in cash.
Say that numbers again, please.
Okay, so one of these has a cash and a check total of $755.55.
$750.55.
755.55
Okay. And the other one
is $261.55. even to 261.00. So that's so it's 1,816.
Yes. So more than likely they'll end up sending us a check for the remaining of the $83 after you take out 16. So I don't think we have to send them a check at all.
Hey, I mean, that's at least a little bit good.
So we get money back. Was it 83 Monday?
About $60.
$67 they'll send us. They should be. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll know the exact numbers after I do the thing, and then I'll text you about it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, or just bring it up at the business review next month.
Okay, that'll work too.
Because that's usually when we go over the final numbers of what we have as of that point.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Who?
Or am I
Me?
interrupting?
To me, or
In general, what did we think of the outdoor fair? Do we want to try and do it again, or do we want to try and get back in the building as soon as possible?
I would
I
say
think for the fall fair, we're probably gonna have to do it indoors, just because of weather. But spring book fair, heck yeah, let's do it outside. That was awesome.
I liked it. It was nice to hang out.
Yeah, if you know, we
Nice to be outside.
we can do a Saturday like that too. Again, you know, because the bookcases won't go back until the following week. So we can do a family night if they want, and try to sell some on a Saturday too, along with T-shirts and stuff.
Amanda,
All
do you want to give a
depends if they
breakdown?
let us. If they don't let us have that many people inside, but I think by spring it should be all right. So what I'm saying is, out of the whole fair, we can even have an outdoor one on Saturday for the people that didn't make it on the family night.
Mm-hmm.
Partially inside and partially outside.
Yeah.
well, and depending like the weather, we could maybe see about having it maybe like we're in the gym, maybe with it going outside to the recess area or something. If it is warm. Because I'm thinking we may probably still have some COVID restrictions in the fall and not be completely open. But if we can have maybe part of, or maybe at least be able to use the undercover recess area, I think that might be a little bit better weather-wise. And what, it's October when we do the fall
For what? For family night?
family night or a Saturday event night.
Okay.
And we'll have to see what happens in the fall and what the district allows.
Yeah.
They may say, no, you can't do it. If you want to do it outside, you have to do it out in the front like we did last time. And be okay, bundle up and cold.
Well, if they don't have no vaccine for the younger kids that are 11 and under, then they'll probably remain the same.
Yeah.
I was just curious if everybody liked it or not.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. And obviously if we can't do a regular family night, I love this as plan B. I don't know if, if we'll make sure if we can have enough volunteers to do a Saturday and a family night and a normal week like we normally do, if we'd have enough volunteers, or if we want to try doing all of that.
So I saw a thing after the fair was over that said a lot of schools for book fair will either do $5 for a 2-hour shift and like, we'll give you $5 worth of merchandise or whatever, or a free book if you volunteer for more than 2 hours. A lot of schools are talking about how they're having struggles getting volunteers to come for very long. And so It's just an idea. I know it would cost us some of our scholastic dollars. We wouldn't make quite as much, but it would also, I don't know.
Well, and
Just a
also
thought.
we also did a full day Saturday event because it was having other stuff. I mean, if we did a Saturday event, but we just said it's from 10 to 1, not 10 to 6, you know, that was one of the problems is a lot of people thought they had to volunteer all day long. And I know we kept on saying even if it was for an hour or two, and I know some of the teachers showed up for just an hour, but having them run that book walk, not cakewalk, I love that word, the book walk, you know, that was fun. I think just having the teachers interact with the kids and be able to do something fun with them, since we didn't have to worry too much about social distancing. Everyone was being very good, and we were
Right.
having little spurts, no big spurts. So
Yeah,
Well,
that book walk was really popular. I heard both my daughter's classes, kids organically talking about it and how excited they were to win a book. So I think we should definitely make sure that happens again next year.
yeah. How many volunteers did we have altogether on Saturday? Does anybody know?
hold on, I had it actually listed out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-board, non-staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staff. Mary Jo and Megan were our Safe Kids ride, and then we had the 4 board members.
I mean, like Amanda was saying, yeah, I mean, that was only eight volunteers. I don't care for myself. I run the thing, and basically we were PTC, but the 8 people like that, we could offer them next time like $10 worth of books. That's only $80 out of Scholastic dollars.
So I know that
And Go
this
ahead.
year it wasn't a big deal because we aren't tracking volunteer hours, but I know that in the past, in order for it to be logged as a volunteer hour, we could not be compensated for it in any standard fashion, meaning that we could not receive anything worth a monetary value. We could be paid in food. We could be, given like additional access or granted things like that, but we couldn't. I don't think that you could hand out free money for books and still have it logged as a volunteer hour.
Okay, it was just a thought. I wasn't sure.
Could we put it a different way? Each volunteer gets to pick a book of their choice, but we're still using Scholastic dollars to buy them. That's probably the problem, right?
Yeah, it can't be something really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or what volunteer you
Well, it was a thought.
That's also something that could be a district question. I'm all for giving stuff as a thank you for volunteering. I just don't know what the restrictions are on that.
What if they were picking from a selection of books like we had for our giveaways, and then we just happen to restock it with the books that we're wanting to buy?
Well, I could ask Scholastic if they decide to go back to the giving me because see, this time they didn't give me. Usually they give me that thing for the teachers for $5 off, as long as they spend so much. Well, it used to be this $5 off. Then it went $5 on $20 worth of merchandise. If they go back to the $5 thing, I could ask them if I can give out more than this for the teachers, if I can give them to the volunteers. And then that wouldn't be giving them any money. That would be Scholastic giving them to them.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Scholastic's doing
And it
next
isn't giving them
year.
money. It's just giving them $5 off them purchasing books, which mainly all the volunteers purchase books.
I know I did.
So to make them save $5 just for helping us out.
So we're offering them a discount on any purchase they make instead of giving them money.
Yes.
Well,
that's what we won't be giving them money. We'd just be giving them Scholastic Scholastic would be giving them their certificate that the teachers get. A $5 off a $20 purchase, which they would save $5 when they buy books for their kids, which most of the volunteers did.
Mhm. I can only think of one volunteer that didn't make a purchase.
Because I know one year with the other rep that I had, the year that we made 7,000, that 2019 fall, when I gave some out then, I even asked the rep if I given a few extra out to some of the staff, because I did. I gave a few extra out to staff that weren't regular, like teachers, like the music teacher, Mrs. What's that Spanish lady that's up there in that room up by the library shelf?
ELD.
Huh? Yeah,
ELD.
I think she's ELD. Yeah, I gave her one. I gave Mrs. Mercer one, and Janet from Title I, and they were okay with it. So
yeah. Well, we'll have to see what kind of Scholastic will offer. I'm sure we can give anyone $5 off. It would just come off of our profit with the Scholastic dollars that we earn or we have available.
no, that's all Scholastic.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't come off. It's all Scholastic giving that out for the teachers. That doesn't come out of us at all. That's totally a Scholastic given to the teachers.
Okay. Well, yeah. Definitely an idea. We can definitely look in next year and see if Scholastic's up for that, or if they have it available.
Yeah.
Okay. And does the online, I believe the online sale ends today, was that right? Or did it end yesterday? I can't remember.
Today, last day.
Okay.
So
I know I just did an order yesterday.
So I won't be seeing anything from that until 10 days after.
So I still got a few more hours to get those last final purchases in.
So if anybody made any purchases, I won't see none of that on there. I won't start seeing it start to climb until 10 days after.
Okay, well we'll have a little decline in 9 days because I know I just put my order in last night. Because there was a couple books that we didn't have actually at the book fair I want to get. So I'm really bad. I keep going on their website and looking at stuff, and it can get so overwhelming. But I buy way too much. Okay. Is there anything else we want to review about the book fair before we move on? Do we know about fall possible dates that we can at least try to get on the attentive calendar, or is that still waiting for the end of this one?
Yeah, I do got fall dates.
Hi, Mom.
Just give me a second here.
Amanda, do you want to go over what all we had going on at the 2 days for those that weren't able to attend?
Oh, sure. So Wednesday we had just the book fair. We took over the front walkway between the kindergarten classrooms and the cafeteria all the way down to the main office. We ended up getting more cases than ever before because we were outside and we had more space. And that was awesome. We had good attendance there. And then Saturday we had merchandise pickup from the fall fundraiser. We had 2 different games that the kids could play for free and are guaranteed to win a prize. One was a spin to win game,
and they won little trinkets and things. The other one was our book walk that Heather mentioned earlier. Just like a cakewalk, walk around, but then they could pick between a book and a poster when they won. Son was gracious enough to join us, which was awesome. Safe Routes to Kids was also there and sponsored a booth for us. Plus, we had our outdoor book fair, and it was great. We had lots of attendance, very steady families coming through the whole time.
Yes, and a lot of parents were telling me that they loved the fact that we tried to think of something COVID friendly, but could still bring the sense of the community back to the school. Because they're like, this is just fun, just being able to, walk from your house and be able to go do something.
Right.
That's, not sitting at home all day in front of a screen. One mom loved that. The kids were actually looking forward to coming to the school. Yeah. I think we had just a couple parents sending their kids to the school to pick out some books.
Yeah, I saw several kids that came without parents, which is fine. They were great. They were respectful. I had no problem with that as long as they followed the rules. So everybody seemed to have a really good time. I hope that next year we won't have quite so many COVID restrictions and we could add some more games or get some more groups involved and make it even bigger. I think we have ability to expand if we want to.
Oh yeah, I know one parent had emailed me the day before the event, willing to do shaved ice cream, have a little booth there. And unfortunately, I had to explain to the parent that due to COVID restrictions, we weren't allowed to have food on the premises to be able to serve to people. And so, I mean, I know, so one person mentioned like the Kona ice or something like that, something very similar. So, yeah. And I know some of the staff would have been willing to. The fact that we were doing it all day was kind of their problem, but I told them they had to be
a lot of staff members come, and we had several that just came to shop, which was great. So kids love seeing their teachers out of the classroom.
Yes, they don't have a rechargeable plug-in in the classroom. They don't stay there all day.
I think my favorite was I heard a little girl tell Mrs. Breyer, oh, "You really exist. You really stand up and talk. You have a whole body." It was adorable.
Well, and the fact that she's, in kindergarten and that's what they think and they don't realize, that is awesome.
They've never been to school. They don't know. They think she's just a face. Yeah, it was adorable. That was the sweetest little kindergartner.
Is that the one that Mrs. Breyer was sitting down and talking with too, and actually having a conversation with, or?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, okay.
No, she's had conversations with several. It was cute. It was wonderful. I was so glad she came.
Oh yeah, and then watching
they all came.
And then watching Mrs. Kruger do the book walk with the kids and saying, "Okay, let's skip this time." I think they were bouncing like bunnies one time.
Oh yeah, that was adorable. Watching the teachers, they all kind of gravitated toward the book walk, and they all seemed to have a grand time down there. I honestly think that we need to do that. I think it was more well received than the raffle was in years past.
Yeah, but usually the teachers are working with the title, either the math night or the reading night. They're usually all in there volunteering. So the fact that they didn't have that going on for them, but I'm so glad that they came.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Fall book fair will be on, we will get the boxes on 10/26, 27th. It'll start from the 28th to the 5th. But since the cases don't get returned until the following week, we can still use that Saturday the 6th if we wanted to. So the boxes will be delivered on the 26th, 27th. The 28th we would set up, and the 29th we would have teachers preview, and the following week would be the book fair, the 1st through the 5th. Providing that we can do the kids coming into the room or whatever, wherever we have it throughout the week, with having a family night on the 3rd, which is a Wednesday, or we can have it on Tuesday. It usually works out to have it on Wednesday, 'cause that way we can get more books. Yeah. It depends on what the school wants to do on that, though. If they want to have it on Tuesday the 3rd or Wednesday the 3rd, I mean Tuesday the 2nd or Wednesday the 3rd.
Yeah, we just usually have it whatever they have with the family night.
Yeah, it would have to be. I won't know that until after we get closer to October and start talking to the Title I person.
Yeah.
And see what they want to do, and if they'll accept that Wednesday the 3rd or the 2nd. So I won't know that until I get with them.
Well, I'm sure they're not going to know that information either until
No, I'll let them know ahead of time.
Yeah.
But they won't know their information. No, I'll just let her know a month ahead of time. As soon as you figure out what's going on, can we set it for one of those nights? Preferably the Wednesday.
Okay. I just was typing out a bunch of dates, and so I was filling out what all those dates meant, just so we can have everything try to square away.
So basically, it'll be from the 28th to the 5th.
Yeah.
And the boxes will go back the following week. The week of the 8th.
Okay.
As far as when we get to next year, I'll make sure you have the right dates for the teacher's preview and all that stuff, just in case you didn't get it all down.
I think I did, but it's always subject to change depending on, and if we're like this next year, we may choose to, push it to earlier in the year, or I don't really necessarily mean later if we're going to do an outdoor event, but.
Well, now you have the day, so now you could work cookie dough around that or whatever when it comes up to it.
That's in the fall. I'm still working on the spring. We're not talking about that one yet. That's a few months down the line.
So looks like we did a lot better with the company that we're with now, huh?
Yeah.
On the cookie sales and stuff.
Yeah, so our total sales were $10,594.50, and we made a profit of about $4,463.70.
That's awesome.
What do we usually make in the previous years?
Usually we make more between the 10 and the 15,000 mark, I think is what we normally have budgeted around. I'm sure Katie's trying to find the report, or nope. Okay.
I mean, do we profit more than 4,000?
Yeah, we usually profit more than that.
Yeah, like around 10, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, Richard was asking, with us profiting about 4,400, how does that compare to what we normally profit with the cookie dough fundraiser? And I was just trying to find my report.
Cookie dough. Let's see. The profit was 4,000, or the total that we sold was 4,000.
No, our profit was 4,000, but what do we normally profit when we've done this?
Well, I don't know what our normal profit is, but our budgeted expected sales was $26,000. So,
yeah. But I mean, we tried something.
So I mean, yeah, we're about half under expected or budgeted cookie dough sales. So I mean, and I assume that the profit margin was around the same. So I mean, yeah, I can pull it up. Hold on.
I agree with you, Katie, right when you were saying 26,000. It does look like our income is normally based on the budget is 25,000 of the report I have. So I think that's usually about right. So, but I know that, we all knew that this probably would not be, a big money breaker sale that we've had in the past, but
it's not bad for being in a COVID environment.
Well,
Yeah,
and we were
The way things are right now. So,
sorry, Angela, what were you saying?
I said, given our current situation, like close to $4,500 in profit to us from those sales seems pretty good.
Well, and it was also a trying out a new company too.
Yeah, new company. The kids can't go to door. They're not seeing their family members as much as they were. So like everyone is, like at least for our family, it was done entirely online this time, and we still had a couple of sales. So I feel like that's probably the case for most families.
how much of the sales was online?
A good portion of ours were actually online. I don't have the exact number of how much was sales online versus paper. They don't have that broken down.
Okay. So here's the crazy thing. Our cookie dough, our biggest sales of the year, our budgeted profit is only $9,400.
Oh.
Yeah, double that.
So the fact that we made almost half of that in COVID, heck yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I had talked to some people, and one of my friends has a kid or knows a family in a private school, and they've been fundraising like crazy, like every month. And so, I mean, we've only had one fundraiser. We did Mod Pizza, but I mean, book fair and T-shirts, and then the catalog. We didn't do tons.
Can we have a 5-second dance party to say how surprisingly well this year went for a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, I would agree with that. For us being in COVID and not having too much, changing from on or virtual or in person to online meetings. I know for me that was the big stressor. Just how do we do meetings online?
We did that with book fair too, because 2019 we got over $7,000 in sales, and this time we got 4,300, and we were only open for 2 days. 2019 we were open every day for the kids, which brought in a lot of it, and then family night. So actually we did pretty good with the book fair too.
How much is our budget profit for book fair usually?
Usually?
Yeah.
I don't remember what we got last year. I don't have that written down. I'd have to go back and look through the thing, but last year we totaled over $7,000. Well,
yeah.
In fall of 2019 was before COVID.
Was it 43 in sales?
43, 32 in sales this time.
For 2 days. This is
2 days.
Fair last time for 7,000. So 2 days that was really incredible.
2 days versus 5, yes. Because I mean, family night brings a lot of money, but a lot of that money comes throughout the week from the teachers and mostly the kids bringing their money in and buying books. That's
With
what
all their
brings up a lot of it. Yeah.
All the
I mean,
little
if
stuff
if
they
we
like to
if we would have had all week to do kids during lunch and they were all in school, we probably would have broke almost $8,000. Because that's how much kids do bring in when they can bring their change and they bring their money that their parents give them or their savings.
What are you doing?
So actually, we did very good.
Because it's live. Sorry, my son's trying to get into the board meeting from his Chromebook. He's having problems.
No, I'm trying to type it in. I'm trying to type in the code. Okay.
And I can't remember for sure, but last year when we made that 7,000, that was 3,500, little over 3,500 in profit that we made, and I think I took most of it out in Scholastic dollars. I mean, most of it out in cash, and I think it was around anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800, and then the rest went towards Scholastic dollars, which was 600 and something. And that's because their interchange was different than it is now. Now it's like a straight out 50%, 25-25. Before there was some difference. They changed a lot, but and we're gonna bring 1,000 cash out of this one. So
yeah.
Well, in that case.
Okay. So, is there anything else that we need to review about book fair or the spring fundraiser sales Wednesday, Saturday last week? That we need to review before we move on?
No,
said it
I'm
all.
just really, really happy with how well we did. Thank you, everyone that came and supported, for sure.
Yeah.
I still have 4 of the spring fundraiser kids to get back their stuff. Most of it is just the prizes. I am emailing the school to see if the kids are in cohorts to know if I can at least drop off the bags at school and they can deliver the kids' stuff there, because at least it's small enough that it can fit into a kindergartner's backpack without breaking their back. The one order that's really big, I've already made contact with the family and we're working on a delivery pickup time. I do have 3 orders I'm still trying to get out to kids that I have not been able to contact.
Did you ever get that one order squared away?
Which one?
The one without money.
Oh, yes. The mother turned in the money on Saturday. It was found in the child's backpack. He did not realize it was in there. And so Katie had counted it and I double checked it was the correct amount. So that was also deposited Monday morning at $38.50.
What about the missing order?
We had some missed things written down. One child had a bag and a box saying 1 of 1. Well, that box actually went to the other kid I was missing the order from. And the one that was the box said 1 of 2 and we couldn't find 2 of 2. My rep recommended that I open up the actual box and look at the invoice and count the number of items and count the number of prizes, and their full order was in there. And when they even picked it up, I told them, this is what states, but I believe your whole order is in there. Here's the phone number if there's any questions or problems. So we end up having all the orders, but there was a couple of mislabeled items. We ended up having them all. And then they even set they forgot to send us the Cowabunga keychains. And we did get those. They actually overnighted them us to the school. Thank you, Amanda, for putting it with the fundraising items, not just putting it in the foyer for me.
So I'll need to get to you for those, right? Because I should have a couple of those to
Yes.
my house.
You're one of my 4 that I need to contact the parents. But sorry, I was kind of tired from Sunday, and
that's fine. Like one of 4 or one of 4 kids, because then that's like half of your kids, because 2 of them are here. Go see Daddy.
Come on, baby girl.
Okay, so I just want to double check before, because we kind of talked about 3 topics there that I had listed out all together. So I just want to make sure, is there any YouTube comments or anything that anyone can see that we need to address prior to? If there is, someone just let me know if there is a message or not. But so the next topic that we're going to move to is the PTC board is proposing some bylaw changes to our current PTC bylaws. And so we will be voting on that. The changes consist of a name change from North Gresham Grade School to North Gresham Elementary, because for the district, we are elementary, not grade school. Changing some lingo with some grammar errors, as well as removing the redundancy of some of the wording over and over of 3 sentences saying the exact same thing in different ways. Also adding in the 2 board positions. Since I've been a PTC member, this is now my 4th year, we've always considered the volunteer coordinator and the co-treasurer as board positions, but per our bylaws, they are not board positions. They are just helpers. But we felt that, they do a lot for PTC, so we want to make them official board positions, as well as approve. The PTC board can approve anything under $300, but anything over $300 does need to be brought to the members and officially into a meeting. A lot of the times, us board, we forget things like our $50 starting cash for events, and we're running the day of to the bank to go get the money. So we don't want to have to say, hold on, we had to have a whole meeting of this before we can approve it the day of an event. Also clarifying what a quorum is to get something approved or not approved, because that was kind of in a gray area. And then just changing some job descriptions around. So I know that the board, we had looked over it. We all kind of agree we like them, and we need the official members' approval to change. Is there anybody that wants to say anything about the bylaw changes that we have made, or any questions on YouTube or from the members? I was handing out copies of the bylaws to any parents who asked. I was also had them around like at the book fair and at our merchandise. So if anyone asked, we had them available for anybody. But is there any comments, questions, concerns about the bylaw changes? I see a bunch of blank faces. I'm assuming there's nothing in YouTube.
Nothing so far. I just tested it out as well to make sure that.
Yeah, sorry, Adam. I was trying to sit there and talk until I saw you back on.
Yeah, I think all the changes that we made in there were just, the bylaws were 20 years old, and so we were just updating them to be more relevant to pre-COVID times, because that's when we did all of this discussing, but to make it so that it was a little more current than 20 years ago.
Isn't another change that we proposed was changing the wording so that it's not parent but family member? You didn't mention that one, I don't think.
No, I did not, and thank you. As long as you're right, Amanda, as long as you have someone in the family who attends North Gresham, that you could be part of PTC, because the bylaws state you had to be a parent or guardian, And we know we have a lot of aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins who would like to help out and volunteer, but have not been able to because of our current bylaws. So thank you, Amanda. That was one of the bigger changes we actually did make. And then so we're going to add the approval or decline of the changes of the bylaws to the nomination voting that we will be doing. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But if any parent does have any questions, concerns, want a copy, a list of the changes, what were the old bylaws, please let me know. I have them digital. We have, you can get a hold of us through Facebook, my email, or our website. All of those are being not watched, but those are ways you can connect with us, and we will be contacted and we will give you the information. So then the last thing that we do have for this meeting is to do the 2021 to the 2022 PTC board position nominations. Every position, including mine, the only board position that is not voted on is the school principal. You actually have to be hired by Gresham Barlow District, not voted in by parents. It is one of the paid positions, but it's an extra duty for her. So, if you're interested in becoming president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, co-treasurer, and volunteer coordinator, we have open positions. All the other positions with PTC are just until the parents want to do it. And as long as they can continue doing it with a child in the North Gresham community as part of being the PTC members, they can continue doing that job until they don't want to, or we ask them to step down. I don't think anybody's ever been actually asked to step down, but okay, there was an issue like a long time ago, but parent just stopped coming. Sorry, I just saw Katie's face. I think I know who she's talking about. So Adam has once again helped me out because I am computer illiterate. He is helping us out with an actual link to where you can write in, nominate somebody for a position of our PTC board. Again, any and all positions are available. Many of our current board have chosen not to continue their position for one reason or another. So we will have open positions. If you want to even go, I'm available, but I don't know what I want to do. Kind of all of us kind of filled in a gap based on what we like to do and where our strengths are, or what we knew most of. Because I'm sorry, Katie, I don't, you have to teach me QuickBooks, I guess. I can't figure it out. But is there any questions or concerns about the PTC board nominations? Or does anybody nominate themselves or somebody else? Please, hopefully they know they're being nominated for the position.
I have a question.
Yes.
What happens if we don't fill a position? Can we fill it next year, or does it stay open for the year? I don't remember.
It stays open until it is voted and until it's voted in by the PTC members. We have done that a couple of years where we had a couple positions open. I think we even had one position open like a whole year, and just kind of other board members were filling in as needed. There was one.
Yeah, that was the year that I was both volunteer coordinator and treasurer. Yeah, I don't want to do that again ever.
Well, and I as secretary, I was trying to help you too, and I know, it was a lot for us to do. We do have sometimes open positions, and maybe parents next year who couldn't attend or haven't started up with the school or haven't found us online will want to join. I'm hoping next year will be in person. We'll see. I wish I had a crystal ball. Believe me, I'd be a millionaire. So is there any other questions? Is there anything on YouTube? I don't know if anybody's watching on YouTube or not. But how long do we want to leave the voting on? Well, first of all, Adam, we will need the link to vote. And then how long do we want to keep it open for? I think we keep it like for a week or so. Oh, hey, I got a message.
I did too. I will.
So the question is, well, I guess if we do the nominations and leave this open for a while, when are we going to vote on it? Or does that all need to happen tonight at this meeting? Or I don't know how that works.
Well, previously when we were in the school, we would have voted at the beginning of the meeting. We'd open up with that. Everyone, we'd either write your name or the name, or check mark who's person. And then we always gave it to the principal. So that way someone who's not actual, on there would count it. And then at the end of the meeting would be announced. Of course, we can't do that with COVID restrictions. So we're having the Google or the forms link. Can't do that. I would say restriction. No longer than a week to keep it open. Because I do want to give time to probably post it on our website and on Facebook. So parents who just couldn't attend right now, or they review at the end afterwards, would be able to vote. And I could try to email it out to the parents' emails I have to let them know of the website, but I wouldn't want to keep it open more than a week. Any other thoughts on that or opinions?
I feel like a week, because if we go longer, people forget and we don't do it anyway.
Yeah, we could even just do it until Friday or something like that. And in case anyone's wondering, I have no idea how to get contact with, how to figure out the results. Adam has to do that, who is a non-board member. So it is being watched by someone who's not on the board.
I have a supervisor in the house from the board.
Well, you just know how to do this better than I can.
But see, I can also share this with you, Heather, so that you can have full access to it and watch as it comes in. So you click the link, and it shows it all for you.
Adam, haven't you gotten the hint? I don't do well with technology. Give me a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'm pretty good at that.
All right, I will write down the link, and you can click it.
I have the link here. I saved it in my agenda.
Where's the link?
It's in our Google Meets chat. I will, what I'll probably do is I'll at least email all the parents I have. And Amanda, if I attach you to that email, would you also, because I know we've talked about how you have more parents or different parents on your volunteer list.
Yeah.
If I can email that to you, some parents may get it twice. Some parents may only get it once.
Okay, that's fine. I'd be happy to do that. Do we want to see if maybe Nina could send it out from the head secretary
from
to
Remind
the whole
app?
School? Yeah.
As long as it's under 600 characters. Okay, Katie's laughing. What did I say, or is that too much?
No. That wasn't laughter at you. I just submitted my board nominations.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, so we're already live with the nominations.
Did you write Mickey Mouse in each spot again?
No.
Wait, did you write my name in each spot? Because you did that last year.
I think I just heard my oven timer. I'm gonna run away.
I wrote it too.
Okay, so since Amanda's doing the whole board next year by herself, which Amanda would not even happen.
No, no. I am not doing this by myself next year.
Oh, good.
But if you do it all by yourself, you get to appoint minions.
She has a few minions. Okay, so do we want the closing date to be the 25th, or do we want to do the end of the week? Like on the 21st?
25th should be fine.
Okay.
Wait, you want to do this on your birthday, Adam?
No, it's the day after.
You don't know his birthday?
Just kidding. I do. My bad.
Talk about the husband being wrong about anniversaries. Wow. It's okay, Amanda. I never knew my ex's birthdays and stuff. I had to write them down. Okay. And then do we want to just say we're post results like after Memorial Day to confirm with people? I don't think we really have to, but, or do we want to post them on Facebook right away?
Yeah, we should probably confirm, make sure that those who were nominated actually want the position. And then so once they're nominated, do we need to do any sort of formal voting for this, or is the nomination basically a vote for?
I think it is a vote.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the person knows you're being nominated and the person is willing to accept the position. Like I know if I say, hey, Katie, you're president next year, and I put her name down and, you know, nobody else does it, Katie does have the right to say no, and then we need to talk to the second person on the list, you know, Angela. So just happens to be that's how it shows up on my list here. Sorry. I just picked you guys because your guys are right there. Sorry. But, you know, we can just
give it to Katie.
No.
I can't, right? Is it that you can't hold one position more than 3 years, or you can't be on the board for more than 3 years?
Can't hold
I thought you couldn't hold the same position.
You can hold a different one.
Yeah.
So since you're treasurer, you can just switch to co-treasurer, and then we're good. We still get to keep you, right?
What about Alicia? We like Alicia too.
No, but Alicia and Katie could just switch titles so that they both can stay on. Because otherwise we're gonna lose Katie.
I'll still be here. I'm just not gonna be bored anymore. On the board.
Well, I will be present next year if nobody else will step up and want to do it. And if I'm on it by myself, then Katie, guess what? We're going to have some summer lessons on how to do QuickBooks. Because it's been about 10 years since I've done QuickBooks.
It's even easier now than it was back then.
And it wasn't easy. We didn't call it QuickBooks. We had a nickname for it that is not school appropriate. I cannot say it online. So.
Google.
Okay, so just to confirm, we'll get out the link a number of different ways so parents can know, including the Remind app, emails, Facebook, And then we'll have the closing date on the 25th. And can we just say like like midnight on the 25th or something like that? I mean, is that okay? Or does it have to be a specific time? I don't want to have to, I mean, if a parent really goes on there at 2 a.m. on the 26th, I'm not going to uncount it. And then post the result.
Yeah, we'll just say good luck the 25th, and then on the 26th, we will take a screenshot of the totals.
Okay. And then we need to make sure to be able to contact people. So hopefully if it's someone we don't have contact information, I'll at least be able to get their name somehow and information. We'll pass that bridge when we come to it, if we do. And then we also need the approval for the PTC bylaws as well. As part of the link.
Formalize this vote since it is actually legalese. Are we voting to approve them right now?
Well, because we don't have any members on here, can we approve over the nomination or over the link, or do we need to approve in the meeting?
I'm a member. I'm not part of the board.
Oh, true. Is there anyone on YouTube actively watching that could type in yes or no if they approve the bylaw changes?
I don't believe so. I'm also having trouble with my playback at the moment, so, but I don't show anybody currently viewing, and nobody has said anything in the chat.
Okay. Well, then how about this? Can everyone unmute or type in if you can't unmute? Do you approve the bylaw changes submitted by the PTC board?
I approve.
I approve.
I approve.
I approve.
I approve.
Approve.
I approve.
I approve. Okay. So the bylaw changes have been approved then?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure that we have that in the official meeting minutes. Approved during meeting. Say by voice. Okay. Is there anything that we need to talk about before we adjourn the meeting?
I just want to say thank you all for doing this with me for the last 2 years. It's been really fun. You guys have all been really amazing.
Thank you for putting up with me and my talking. Katie has not been hitting me under the table saying, hurry up. It's been kind of nice.
It's because I can't reach through my camera. Ow, okay, stop hitting me. Okay, well, so next year's PTC meetings are on the third Tuesday of the month. So I did put the list of the third Tuesdays. Once we get the calendar for next year, the board next year will approve to make sure that those dates do work. We don't know if that's going to be through Google Meets and YouTube, or if they'll be back in room 100. Please, hopefully. I mean, even if we have to move it to the gym, so we're all social distance, you know, we'll see what we can do in September, what the school will allow. Current PTC board members, we do need to have our business review meeting that we did discuss would probably be the second Tuesday, our normal PTC nights. So we will discuss how that will be occurring. But thank you so much. And hey, guess what? We're out before 8 o'clock because we're going to officially adjourn it at 7:55 p.m. Woohoo! Only took 2 years.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all and have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.